Shit, this double XL been bustin'. How you gon' say that it's whack, but really it's not? You niggas been sippin' on tussin'. How you gon' talk about the war, but ain't up in the score? You niggas can't have those discussions. Nigga, I'm too OD. I really get on these beats and I get the bucket. I run up the numbers, something like a summit. I'm thinking about copping a chain this summer. I'm thinking about copping a ring this summer. I hit from the back of my baby ain't running. I'm feeling like Yeezy, feeling like Jeezy. Nah, you niggas ain't telling me nothing. And these niggas see me, think that it's easy. Nah, y'all niggas came up from hustling. And speaking of hustling, I just wanna talk to these niggas. I'm hearing they raps, they be capping a lot. Trolling and all of they vids, but I got my lessons from OGs who cracking they side. Up in the trap all day from morning to late. When they get it, it's back to the block. These niggas told me how to board and shit on my cord. They told me to handle the rock. You know that I come from them. Okay, bro got a hottie for all of his ops. He wanna make sure that all of them gone. He walking them down. This ain't regular stock. Pushing that button like Dexter. He had an extension. Now bro got a switch on the Glock. He putting his ops on the stretcher. Ain't making him better. Now he got a fabulous shot. Nigga, I said what I said and no, I ain't taking it back. Tried to put him on the game, but they put a knife to my back. Tried to give niggas the sauce, but they ain't really cut like that. Loyalty, honor, respect, now niggas don't know about that. I'm speaking the truth, no nigga, it's all on my raps. I still make it do what it do, now tell me who better than that. I'm trying to give niggas the sauce, and they put a knife to my back. Loyalty, honor, respect, now niggas ain't cut like that.
My coach just told me get in. You move like a starter, play style elite. Like, always the first and the last in the field, getting reps when I lace on my cleats. I gotta hustle this flow every season, I guess the finale can show who's the chief. Kick me a Chevy, a TD, or OE, I promise to stack it a couple of feet. Turning the pros into Cirque du Soleil. Wake up and get it the very next day. Like top of the AM, I'm clearing the safe. I've been gaining some pounds since I flew to LA. I'ma just take me a stroll on the rave. When talk about money, you can never be late. My mama could say never play on my plate, cause that be the day I go lose all the weight. Bitch got me swagging, I got to swerving, all of my niggas is working, like bulletproof Cadillac lurking. It's the end of your shift, time to close up your curtains. Call up the cuzzy, money mover urgent. We get to clean it like a vet detergent. Big body Benz, I'm cruising through the surface. Cutting the grass, exposing all the serpents, like
Nigga, I said what I said and no, I ain't taking it back. Tried to put them on the game, but they put a knife to my back. Tried to give niggas the sauce, but they ain't really cut like that. Loyalty, honor, respect, now niggas don't know about that. I'm speaking the truth, no nigga, it's all on my raps. I still make it do what it do, now tell me who better than that. I'm trying to give niggas the sauce, and they put a knife to my back. Loyalty, honor, respect, now niggas ain't cut like that. I'm running it up, make deposits, doing a dash. Like a rocket, I get the cash. You can't stop this. Bulling on niggas, I feel like I'm Stockton. I try to tell them, they know I'm the hottest. I swear I'm the best, and I'm just being honest. I'm on a mission, I see that they watching. If you my brother, I swear that we locked it. I'm running it up, make deposits, doing a dash. Like a rocket, I get the cash. You can't stop this. Bulling on niggas, I feel like I'm Stockton. I try to tell them, they know I'm the hottest. I swear I'm the best, and I'm just being honest. I'm on a mission, I see that they watching. If you my brother, I swear that we locked it. I gotta get to the top. The BMG, we gon' get to the guap. Stay with the team, and I'm never gon' flop. Lately, it feel like I'm stuck in a box. Say that you real when you know. I'ma stay on my door, you don't come to my spot. That boy Jackie, I hop, I'ma clearly drop. Cause that bitch on my line, she love me a lot. I just sit back and smoke up all the gas. Pushing these things, I hope I never crash. Lately, I've been up in a different bag. I get all the shit a nigga never had. I remember them days, I ain't had no bag. Had to chop every day, had to get to the bread. Shaking, rolling. I look at my neck, super cold, think I need me a sled. I just sit back and smoke up all the gas. Pushing these things, I hope I never crash. Lately, I've been up in a different bag. I get all the shit a nigga never had. I remember them days, I ain't had no bag. Had to chop every day, had to get to the bread. Shaking, rolling. I look at my neck, super cold, think I need me a sled. I'm running it up, make deposits, doing a dash. Like a rocket, I get the cash. You can't stop this. Bulling on niggas, I feel like I'm Stockton. I try to tell them, they know I'm the hottest. I swear I'm the best, and I'm just being honest. I'm on a mission, I see that they watching. If you my brother, I swear that we locked it. I'm running it up, make deposits, doing a dash. Like a rocket, I get the cash. You can't stop this. Bulling on niggas, I feel like I'm Stockton. I try to tell them, they know I'm the hottest. I swear I'm the best, and I'm just being honest. I'm on a mission, I see that they watching. If you my brother, I swear that we locked in. If you my brother, I swear that we locked in. It's on site. What? I just didn't see my old bitch. And I got a new bitch. What? That shit tight. Hey. Feeling too wavy, I'm ocean. I don't know what's in this cup, but I'ma call it my pain away potion. I was broke, had to cop ocean. Baby girl got a promotion. She don't know how to say no. Now I eat better ambrosia. Look to the sky, I need closure. Thanking God for all this motion. I know I got me some friends and I got some foes that wants me fold. Come on, tonight. Should I go run to the stove and cop everything that I see on the floor? I know, I might. Mama said I only rap about all of my brothers, but I know I got them. What's that? For what? For life. Come on. I look the judge in her eyes and I ask her, what pride do you mind being kind? With my life. Counting my blessings, why counting these bins? Let me count them again. No, I don't fuck with these niggas, don't fuck with these bitches. No. Please do not shake my hand. Shout out to Juicy, go get him on go. Know when I'm low, he gon' pick up the phone. Trying to stay focused and change for the better. Maybe it's easier giving up hope. Know that I'm dodging these bullets and dodging the can like I'm Rey Mysterio off the ropes. No, I be dressing in flexion, I get the impression I'm inspiration on the low. I'm about to cop a new grill so you know that I'm smiling in every picture when I post. I need 1,000 to rap on a song. I need 10 million for all of the bros. Word. I know I got me some friends and I got some foes that wants me fold. Tonight. Come on. Should I go run to the stove and cop everything that I see on the floor? I might. Mama said I only rap about all of my brothers, but I know I got them. What's that? For what? For life. Come on. I look the judge in her eyes and I ask her, what pride do you mind being kind? With my life.
It's Bubba. I always do it better. Yeah. Like pull up and hop out the Buick. Give them a chance to come through shit. Niggas be pussy, they running they name. They try to spin back on some females, you stupid. Treat them like ruthless. Order a medium rare, get the slice and watch them lose his fluid. I don't know why these niggas just copying these beats. They gon' run to the net.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like Craig. I get the brick when I'm
We live.
I catch him. Turn to a memory. Always see RP and all his threads like Brody be
Oh,
ducking.
snap.
Found that he hiding underneath his bed like singing in person. This shit is funny. Have you seen Bronson niggas
We is live. Don't even fret. Don't even fret. Y'all like those tunes? The tunes was turned up. I ain't gonna lie. The tunes was turned up. Yeah. Hold on, we gotta get that. We gotta get that music. We gotta get that. Yeah. What's going on my sports junkies, my four lifers, the diehards, and the sad little people whose team ain't never won a damn thing. But hey, I can relate. Welcome to all my listeners. Whether you're watching on YouTube or tuning in audio only, this is another episode of Break the Huddle podcast. Yeah. I am your humble host, Don Deuce, and we talking a lot of ish today. Listen up, man. We gotta cover some of this NBA. My Knicks, they down. SGA's putting belt to ass. And Stefon Diggs is on a boat doing what?
You that white girl.
But hey, settle in. Grab your jersey. And let's break the huddle. Let's break the huddle. Yeah. And before we kick things off, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, and make sure you follow Break the Huddle on all your favorite platforms so you can tune in for all the content and all the sports talk we got coming your way. All right. But listen up, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Don Deuce, and I'm with my brother. I got my brother with me. Oh, my. Look, hold on. I got to fix.
Yo, I brought a guest with me onto the show right now, bro. I brought a guest with me, man.
Wait, hold on. I'm not prepared.
I brought a guest, man.
I'm not prepared to see what the guest is. Hold on.
Yo, someone please call Anthony Edwards to the stage. I got a guest for him. You see this?
Oh, he brought a belt. He brought the belt.
Listen. This is what the Thunder is doing to the Timberwolves right now. Belt to fucking ass, bro. And let me tell you something, bro. The Knicks better not get belt to ass tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Nah, there's no.
You're a true nigger. No belt to ass tomorrow.
Hold on. Hold on. You said that a little too fast. You don't want nobody to mistake those words.
Okay. You're a true Knicker.
Knicker. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to get that confused. We don't want to, you know what I mean? We try to stay politically correct. Don't even trip, y'all. Don't even trip.
This game is nasty right now, bro.
Nah, it is,
oh my gosh.
It is indeed a nasty game, man. What's going on, man? It's been a couple pods. I've been Dolly, man. How you been?
I've been good, man. Good, man. I'm trying to working. You feel me? But end of the month, you feel me? It's just another grind and shit. So I'm glad that the tough month is over. Looking forward to next month, but overall I'm straight. The weather here is getting valid, and I'm trying to come back to New York. So that's the move I got in motion right now.
Right here, y'all. My man's trying to come back to the tundra, I mean, it's lit for the summer, so it's really lit for the summer. So it is a good time. It is a good time to move back, right?
That's what I'm saying. You feel me? So I'm definitely gonna try to make that move and shit. But You feel me? I want to be closer to you feel me, my niggas and my family. You feel me? I think that's the two biggest things, especially like when my parents getting older and shit. So
Nah, I
yeah,
feel you.
that's my mindset.
Nah, I feel you, bro. That shit.
But I've been
something
seeing you do your
do,
thing though on the pod.
Yeah, man, I went viral like once.
Hell yeah! I was like, yo, bro went viral. You can have no more invites to the show and shit.
Nah, bro, that's why. Look, it's all right, man. And if you move back, don't even trip. Look, we get in the studio. We get in the studio together.
Yes, sir. I'm with that.
You feel me? But yeah, man, this is a crazy. We kind of gotta like start the pod off. Well, you got this NBA game, OKC versus the Timberwolves. They're playing right now, but both of us already kind of predicted how this was gonna go and how this was gonna end up. And with a halftime score of 65 to the Timberwolves 32. SGA got 20 points, 8 for 14 from the field, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. The OKC is leading the series 3-1. It's not looking good for the Timberwolves, man. It might be time for them to pack it up, right?
Yeah, man. Fucking gentleman sweep.
Definitely.
And you know what's upsetting about that too, as well, is the fact that how many points Jordan got right now? He got 8. Anthony Edwards got 9. At the end of the day, the fact that they played multiple games, they played multiple terrible games, and nobody has said shit is insane to me. I can't lie. But when they verse teams like the Thunder, like the Lakers, they want to fucking play like fucking superheroes and shit. That shit makes no sense. The bench ain't doing shit. Bro, this is just sad, bro. I can't lie. This is nasty.
I feel
this shit nasty, bro.
I feel you, bro. Look, here's how I see it, man. Despite all of this, despite Anthony Edwards, losing this series, he made it to his second straight conference finals. I think that is impressive in itself. They made the conference finals from being a 6th seed in the Western Conference, a tough, gritty Western Conference. But despite being, getting spanked out, I still would put Anthony Edwards as one of the premier faces of the NBA. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. For sure.
For sure. So it's like,
even though he doesn't want to be the spotlight.
Right. So here's my one thing. I will introduce this topic. So a lot of people have probably seen, you read the title. We gotta kick the pot off. We gotta kick the pot off with who is really the face of the league. Who is really the face of the NBA right now? When you got SGA taking care of business, you got Anthony Edwards pretty much putting on a show every time he laces them up. He takes his team deep into the playoff. He's taking his team deep into the playoffs. Just came off of an Olympic gold summer where he was an actual piece. He was an actual piece to a contributing factor to the United States taking home gold, right? And at this point, we got to figure out who is actually the face of the league. And it feels like a lot of people don't want to kind of be outright and say it. There's a lot of debate, and I just want to know who is actually the face of the league right now, bro.
I'm stuck between Jason Tatum and I think Shai is slowly like coming up to become the face of the league. But I think right now it is Jason Tatum. I think he's next. The new face of the league. Because I can sit here and still say LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how I feel about LeBron. He's the face of the league until he retires. But I think right now it's definitely Jason Tatum, 100%.
Damn,
100%.
You think so?
Yeah, bro.
Oh wait,
You
hold
feel
on.
me? He already won a
I
title.
gotta zoom in.
And I think the way they criticize him is like the same way, not really the same way they criticize LeBron. When he was in his early stages of his career, I think they're doing the same thing to Tatum. And unfortunately, with the injury,
Can you turn your
things
phone
might
this way?
change. But
I'm
you
sorry.
said what?
Can you turn your phone this way?
Where?
Like, oh yeah. Is it
But I'm
locked?
upside down though.
No, you're not upside down to us. Are you locked?
Okay. All right, bet. Hold on, let me lock it because I'm upside down to myself. But that's cool.
No, but I'm saying though, is your screen locked?
Yeah.
Unlock it.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That's straight.
All
All right,
right,
yeah, bro. You feel me? I feel like it's Tatum. But I don't know, like who do you think is gonna face? Because I would say somebody like AE, but he don't want to be that shit at all. So
look,
the next, the light skinned nigga Tatum, for me, he can have that.
here's how I see it, bro. Here's how I see it. You want to debate? You want to debate Anthony Edwards? You want to debate SGA? I say, to me, if we have to just break down the two of who's the face of the league, because I genuinely don't believe. I know a lot of people want to push for it. I know a lot of people want to. Push for it. A lot of people want to, like, make it a thing. But I'm sorry. In the United States of America, I just don't believe that a foreign player can be the face of the league. I'm not. It's not like a bias. I just don't think that a foreign player just. I don't think any foreign player currently in the NBA kind of exuberates the type of personality, aura. Like, I just don't think they can actually capture the face of the league. And so when I think about your top foreign players, that's Jokic, right? That's Giannis, that's Wemby, and then unfortunately that's SGA, even though he's our northern neighbor. But here's how I think. All right. If I had to break it down in terms of leadership, I think Anthony Edwards. Might have my uptick. Might have him checked off there in that column on
Leadership?
in terms of leadership. I think there's no way. I think there's no way that you can take a team from damn near out of. They were out of the mix. It's been a long season for Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, and the way that he weathered the storm during his time without Julius Randle, during Julius Randle's injury, the way they weathered the storm, the way they maintained position in the Western Conference, the tough Western Conference where everybody at the bottom was fighting between the Clippers, the Warriors, the Timberwolves. Who was there at the bottom? Who else? I'm missing one more team. But everybody was jockeying for position, and he managed, with the help of Nas Reed, Dante DiVincenzo, and company. He managed to maintain and at least capture the
But
season.
you'll consider that leadership though?
That is leadership, because first of all, they were already on shaky terms when Julius Randle, knew he had a new teammate. So now they're trying to figure out how to gel and still win games. And then new teammate goes down. While right before Julius Randle's injury, it was starting to heat up, and it was starting to look nice between him and Anthony Edwards. But then he goes down. Now it goes back to just a one-man show, and he has to display leadership qualities to get his guys in order, to keep his guys focused and engaged. And I think in terms of trials and tribulations, when it comes between the two, I think Anthony Edwards has demonstrated a ton of leadership in that aspect. Now, in terms of SGA's leadership, I'm not gonna discount that. I think that it does take a certain level of leadership.
But he's foreign, so you don't give a fuck.
I mean, not really, but I'm
Nigga,
just
he's
saying.
foreign, so nigga don't sit here and say, yeah, he leadership this
nah, but it
nigga.
takes it. But honestly, it does take quality leadership to maintain number one position in the league. Like that shit don't come overnight. And he did it 2 years in a row. So it's not a fluke. It's not a mistake, right? We know this to be true. So, but I just think that it just feels like Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves have been tested their entire season, especially with new roster additions and things like that. And OKC is more so, they're a well-oiled machine, man. Those guys are used to it. They already got their feet wet. Those young guys got their feet wet last year, and then they came back and they already know what it takes to win. And it looks like they're on their way to a finals. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I have a question for you. So, do you feel like wait, who else is on your list besides AE?
Besides AE, I was getting to that. But you should ask your question.
So, how do you feel about Wemby?
Okay, so now I'll give you what my belief is. What I believe to be true is that in this current era, while we're arguing who the face of the league is, I'm gonna come outright and say that there is no face of the league. There is no face of the league, and
I like that. Yeah.
And as much as we want there to be a face of the league, there just isn't, because at the end of the day, there is not a single NBA player. There's not a single. There's no Glaze. There's no anything. There's not a single NBA player like LeBron James. There's not a single NBA player like Stephen Curry. And then if we're talking the heavyweights, there's no player really like KD either. So when we talk face of the league, man, I think face of the league is a heavy burden, right? And I just feel like we're in an era, in a generation where there is no
talent.
There's too much talent, and there is no guy like LeBron went to 8 straight finals. On some real shit, that's just not happening. No, it's like not happening again. Like I just feel like we're out of the dynasty type of era, type of basketball, and the way the talent has dispersed, the way the new CBA is set up, it just doesn't allow for you to actually be. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't actually allow.
Wait, so you don't feel like OKC can be that young dynasty that's emerging right in front of our eyes?
No.
Or do you think they're going to run into contract issues later down the line and shit?
That's exactly what would happen. But do I believe Sam Presti, the phenomenal GM, can keep this team competitive for the next 5 to 10 years while keeping the core? Sure.
Yeah.
I do believe that. But do I believe them to be championship caliber winning? You got to think, the last 7 NBA championship winners were all different. There's no repeats. This is not. It doesn't happen again. The way the CBA is set up, you gotta strike gold like at OKC, or you have to figure out how to create depth, how to get people to buy in. Maybe somebody got to take a pay cut. You got to do a lot of things to make yourself competitive. If you're not trying to end up like the Phoenix Suns or the Boston Celtics, who are
they overplayed their hand, man.
Above the second apron, and now they're going into an offseason where they're major sellers in a lot of areas because they gotta clean up their books. You know what I'm saying? So I genuinely believe there is no face of the league because there's not a single player who can snatch it from anybody. It's at this point it's starting to feel like, all right, this year is your year, this year is your year, this year is your year, and now we're kind of finally seeing where like
Yeah.
we might start redefining ring talk with the way the NBA is set up now. If you really want to start breaking it down, because now if we we had Kobe had 5 rings, Jordan had 6, Magic had 5, Bron got 4, right? Bron got 4.
Yeah.
Like Curry got 4, right? Curry got 4, right?
Yeah.
Or Curry has
I
3.
believe so. Yeah. For 5.
No, Curry has 3.
No, he has 4.
4? Damn.
Let's look at that shit right now. Yeah, he has 4. He won in 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2022.
Damn. But
He has 4 rings.
But either way, all these guys got multiple rings. We're in this current landscape of the NBA, in Adam Silver's NBA, we're gonna start. You'll be lucky to reach 3. No, I'm being dead serious. You'll be lucky to reach. You'll be lucky. Any superstar will be lucky to reach 3, because there's just way too much moving and changing parts in the NBA right now in terms of roster building, that I just don't believe that somebody can maintain a level of dominance for X amount of years. I just think
Yeah,
because they're
because
just gonna fall off.
I definitely agree with you, bro, and especially like on the the money part as well, because people are gonna want their money. You get what I'm saying? And like OKC is perfect because they have a lot of people still on their rookie deals and all that shit. But bro, when they start asking for that paper, and you don't want to cough that up, you're gonna have to make moves. You get what I'm saying? So that's something that's gonna be interesting to see down the line and shit, because bro, like you said, the Celtics have to do something in the offseason. Like there's no if, and, or buts. Like they have to make a move. And look at the Lakers, for example. Like they know that Austin Reeves, bro, he's what? He's getting paid 13 mil right now a year, bro. In the offseason, he's gonna want 30 mil. You feel me? So, like when you look at other teams, there are gonna be players that are gonna want their money, and you're gonna have to make moves, which balances out the NBA. You know, and that means that more role players are gonna have to step up and play. Because look at the Timberwolves right now, bro. The reason why they beat the Lakers was because everybody came to play. Their bench came to play, all that shit. But right now, against the Thunder, bro, their bench is nowhere to be found. You feel what I'm saying? But when you look at the depth of fucking the Thunder, bro, like, bro, you got these young players, super talented, and they barely getting fucking bread, and they just hoop. So like, it's gonna be dope to see the NBA in a few years, because we're gonna be fucking grown as fuck seeing this shit play out. But yeah, man, I don't think there's gonna be no more domination. Like all them days is over. Like that shit clipped.
Bro, I'm with you on this one, man. I'm with you on that. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wait, who's that?
Nah, it's the
That shit
I had
echoing.
to I had to hear. I had to make sure. I had to make sure audio is all right in the chat. You heard? I had to make sure everything is all right. But yeah, man. Look, I think. Oh shit! I almost lost my train of thought. But yeah, if you had anybody before we get off of this one, if you had anybody to build a franchise with around right now, it doesn't necessarily have to be uh the face of the league. But if you had anybody to start your franchise with right now, who would it be?
Wemby.
Wemby?
100%.
I feel you.
100%.
You know, I have a I have a thing with right now. I have a thing with like just clutch shots. I'm like infatuated with clutch shots. I'm infatuated with like the way people are playing down the stretch. Like, and it might sound stupid. It really might sound stupid, but like I would just choose Jalen Brunson. I would choose Jalen Brunson, and I would choose Jalen Brunson. But in terms of building, it would just I would surround him. I would surround him with
That's some
a
biased shit, bro.
nah. I'm being serious. I would surround him with a lot of two ways, a lot of two-way players. I'd surround him with so not necessarily Cat. If I had to choose a big, it wouldn't be Cat. It'd be like
so who would it
Giannis. Be Giannis. I'd give me Giannis. You know what I mean? Give me a downhill guy that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. You know what I'm saying? But then I think about it. Then Giannis and JB might look like the Bucks, and I don't want to look like them niggas. But
that's what I'm saying. But like JB, like I kind of get it, but not really. Yeah, bro, I don't understand that. I can't lie. To build your franchise around.
Yeah,
why is it not another player and then you add that player with JB? Like why is it JB and then other players?
Why is Jalen Brunson like the
person that you want to build out?
Okay, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be him. And maybe I'll get like, I don't know, nigga. Like maybe I'll just get like Jokic. I need dominance. Like I need like offense. I need offensive dominance. Like I need.
And Wemby's not bro.
I don't think Wemby is offensive dominance, and that's
he's
not there yet. So I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna choose.
No, that's why I was saying him for your question. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Your question to build. You feel me? But like, if it was like on some right now shit, Jokic 100%. Jokic.
Yeah.
You feel me? But yeah. I mean, that's just hard. I can't lie because there's a lot of other players, especially right now, that you can say. It's more so on the position. I feel like. Man, I didn't know why I'm watching this shit. This shit's over.
This shit is it really is over. Like I don't even. It's sad that we have to cover this, but yeah, man. But look, bro, from debating the face of the league to a team trying to save its season, man, we got to talk about the Knicks. We got to talk about the Knicks, man. The Knicks are now currently down 3-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Pacers, and they have had a pretty tough time defending the pace of the Pacers. No pun intended. What Tyrese Halliburton, bro, what Tyrese Halliburton has been doing in terms of orchestrating, he's the modern day maestro. I was definitely a hater. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was definitely a hater, but we're just at a point where I have to accept that Tyrese Halliburton is a natural born killer. Tyrese Halliburton is a natural born killer, and
That boy cool.
and he really just be cooking. He's really shitting and it's painful to watch. He really like hurts my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like on some like middle school, elementary shit. Like he just hurts my feelings. Like it doesn't.
I like the way he kills the game. Like it don't feel like that. Until you watch the stats and you're like, wait, nigga had a triple double? What the fuck?
Yesterday, Tyrese Halliburton had a triple double before halftime, and you got to sit back and you're like, how is he doing this? Well, given the fact that him and Jalen Brunson can't guard each other, he just has a lot of space to operate on the floor, man. He knows how to use he uses his pick and roll well. He's probably one of the best pick and roll point guards in the league right now. And then on top of that, when you got them running at this constant speed, the Knicks, they can never set their defense. They can never get into a half court offense just because they're constantly sped up. by the Indiana Pacers, and
And that's their game.
that's their game. And for me, I would like Jalen Brunson to take more ownership of the pace of the Knicks play. I want him to take more ownership of slowing it down, making sure that Indiana has to defend in the half court. But what's happening is not what I want to happen is not actually happening. What do you see going wrong for the Knicks in this series? Is there still hope?
Fuck no. The hope is out the window. I'll say that right now. No hate that shit. There's no hope for the Knicks, bro. The same way that the Timberwolves lay down is the same way these niggas gonna lay down too tomorrow, respectfully. But my thing is, bro, I think what they're doing wrong, one is coaching. Like Tibbs is getting out coached, bro, 100%. 100%. And two, it's just like the Pacers are a fast break team, but also like I feel like watching the Knicks games, especially down the stretch, when the ball's in Brunson's hands, the offense is stagnant. It's super stagnant, and that never helps out the Knicks because when you watch the games when they're coming back from a big ass fucking like when they're trailing and shit, you have people like Mikal Bridges getting hot. You have people like OG doing some shit. You feel me? And I think when Brunson is not facilitating, it's over, bro. Like it's over. Everybody's cold, and now you're fighting back to get back in the game. Everybody's trying to get hot. Like look at the other game. Cat had 20 points in the fourth quarter. You feel what I'm saying? The game before that, Tibbs sat him out the whole fourth because he thought he was a liability on the defensive end, which he kind of is. But this is shit that as a coach you got to make better decisions. You feel me? So I think they're definitely getting out coached. And running plays for the players they need to. It's literally only Brunson. And last game, they tried to run only plays from Mikal down on the stretch. It's a coaching problem. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Agreed. It's crazy, bro. Tibbs is out of there, nigga. Out of there. Tomorrow will be his last. Yo, mark my words, bro. Tomorrow will be Tibbs' last game as the New York Knicks head coach. Book it, write it, tweet it, pin it. You heard it here first. Break the huddle. Like it's over. GG.
Well, unfortunately, I hope tomorrow is not Tom Thibodeau's last coaching day for the Knicks. But I want to piggyback off of what you said about Brunson, man. I really do think that he holds. I just think personally, I think he does hold the ball a little too much. I think
because no plays are being ran.
I think he just doesn't, bro. Men's just don't. He don't let everybody else shine sometimes, and I just feel like what happens. I feel like what happens is a lot of guys don't find their rhythm until it's too late.
Yep.
And
Like
and I think for somebody as great as Jalen Brunson, I'll be honest with you, maybe he should take a little bit of a page out of Tyrese Halliburton's book. Maybe he should look to get guys warm. Maybe he should look to get guys acclimated and ready to go.
And then he can eat
because he knows he could go and get his shot whenever he wants. Right? So I think he should start focusing on everybody else just a little bit more and stop dribbling the ball 17 seconds into the shot clock, and then you're trying to figure out what to do with it next, and then you might do a dribble drive, kick out to Mikal, and nobody's really ready. I don't know.
Can I point something out though?
What's going on?
I just looked up the stats, right? So versus the Pacers this series, he's averaging 7.3 assists, right? On paper, that looks amazing. But when you watch the game, it's a fucking issue. This nigga wants to pass the ball when there's barely no time left.
Yeah.
And now you have niggas like Mikal that are just chucking up fucking shots, or you have people. Bro, he's not doing what he has to do as a true point guard. Like, and you said it, bro. He can go and get his, but they're not getting other guys heated up. And when Jalen, and also this might be an unpopular. Feel like whenever JB was on the bench, that's when the Knicks started getting things going. That's when the engine started revving up.
Well,
And then
yeah,
he got that
because
game.
a lot more
Shit
guys.
slowed down.
Well, a lot more guys are touching the ball when he goes out on the floor, man. Especially when Cat is being when Cat is the one being aggressive and he's the one initiating the offense, and the next thing you know, you got Miles McBride coming or DeLon Wright handling the ball, and you start to see a little bit more ball movement because a lot of guys can't necessarily create on their own, so they got to play a little bit more team basketball. You know, Deuce McBride could probably create a little bit, but the only person on that floor most of the time, especially in the Brunsonless minutes, the only two shot creators in reality is Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. So you gotta move the ball a little bit around. You gotta people don't stand around.
Bro. Like,
you're right
about OG2 as well. OG can get his.
No, you're absolutely right. I think they just need to have the ability to get guys just easier shots, and they need to figure out how to look. I'm a fan of like the isolation offense, but it just feels like we need to do a little bit more. Like maybe we need to do a little bit more with trying to get mismatches for Cat. Maybe we need to do a little bit more when it comes to I don't know. It never feels right.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
A fucking culture problem, nigga. That sounds like a fucking culture problem, nigga. What the fuck?
I mean, I've been screaming. It's potentially a coaching problem because of the way that the Knicks have played in recent years.
Exactly, bro.
When Julius Randle was with the Knicks, I'm Julius Randle's probably biggest fan when he was with the Knicks, right? And I used to get a lot of slander to Big 30. They said he was ass. They said he can't play in the playoffs. He doesn't come alive. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't show up. And for the most part, sure, maybe the Magic might have ran out in this particular series, but Julius Randle for the most part has been probably top 10 playoff performer in this playoffs this season. And that's just really because of the way the Timberwolves space the floor, the way they find easier shots for him, opposed to on the Knicks where they called him a ball stopper. They said the shit was stagnant, the offense was stagnant, but that's literally because Tibbs never ran no actions for him in reality. Tibbs never created real plays for him, got him better looks, put him in better scoring positions. It was never Tibbs. It felt like every time Julius Randle was out on the floor for the New York Knicks, he was by himself, he was alone, and he wasn't getting the help necessary. But he was one of the best players, so he's going to face all the criticism and he's going to have to take it. And now I see this postseason, I seen a guy that's averaging 25 and handling his own in terms of rebounding, defending. He's hitting threes. Just not in this particular series. Look, I don't know what's going on with those guys, with the Timberwolves in this particular series, but overall,
they gassing out.
Yeah,
gassing out, bro.
Definitely gassing out.
Like, these niggas gassing out, bro. They use all their gas in LA, nigga. They smoke all the gas in LA. All of it, nigga. All of it, nigga. Niggas are gassed out. There's no more, nigga. There's no more gas. Nigga, and walking the streets and shit. Talking, man, nigga, he's gassed out, bro.
He was in in hindsight, that doesn't look. It looked cool when it was happening, but now that it's over, it does look crazy. Like it's like,
Bro, you know why they did that though? It's the fucking Lakers.
act like you've been there before.
Everybody. Exactly. Two, bro. Nigga, we seen during the season. Niggas is hurt, and it's nigga. They see the Lakers. Nigga, they schedule the Lakers game. Nigga, in their calendar. They schedule it. Niggas will be hurt for fucking months and come back one day for the Lakers. Like, come on, bro. Nigga,
Facts.
bro, the Thunder's exposing who the fuck these niggas is. And you got, bro, don't even get me tight right now. Niggas had Rudy Gobert double, nigga, last game against the Lakers. That shit crazy, bro.
Nah, look, it's hell to pay. There was hell to pay, bro. Real hell to pay. Hold on. They saying you're they saying there's an echo on you. There's an echo on you, champ.
I swear I was hearing it. I was telling you about that. I don't know if it's on my end or your end. But I can try to leave this one again.
Wait, hold on. I mean, maybe if I turn it down a little bit. Maybe if I turn it on a little bit.
Yo, echo. The Knicks is out of
Yo, is anybody in the chat is Jew echoing crazy? That's crazy.
Yo. Wait, I am? Yo.
I turned it down.
Yo.
I turned it down. You can hear an echo?
Yo, man.
You gotta maybe check some of these settings, champ.
The only two settings I have here is front camera and iPhone microphone. Nigga thought I had a million settings over here. Maybe I'm just talking, man. Damn, what happened to my graphics? This shit moving in. This shit moving in 720p. What's up with this shit?
Let's see.
Yo. Yeah, my end should be good. Maybe I'm just gonna try to talk like this. Is that better?
Okay, I think I might have fixed it.
How?
I think I might have fixed it. I don't know. Let me see. I might have fixed it though. You gotta. I gotta turn it down. Turn you up. Bro, it's shit is over. Oh, no, I think I did fix it. Say something.
Yo. The Knicks suck.
The Knicks suck. Oh. Yeah.
Is it better?
Oh nah, there's still a echo. Why?
Yo.
Nah, it's just an echo on your shit.
Yeah, when I talk, I hear it like through the.
You can hear it? Oh, maybe because you don't have headphones in.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's bouncing off of the mic and the speaker, so it's happening all at once. If you had AirPods, there you go.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
We fixed the chat. Don't even trip. We fixed the chat. We fixed the chat. Yeah, man. Look, while he does that, but like I've been saying, all this Ant versus SGA, all this Ant versus SGA business, I just don't think it's real. I don't think that there is a face of the NBA. Like a lot of people keep trying to debate this. A lot of people keep trying to make this a thing. And from what I look, from what I gather, I don't I don't think that I don't think that there is a face. I just think that in Adam Silver's NBA, I think a face needs to dominate, right? I just don't think for the foreseeable future we're actually going to get players in this league that can actually dominate. And dominate means I'm talking final appearances 3 out of 6 years. I'm talking multiple Western Conference Finals appearances, maybe back to back, miss back to back. Like I'm I'm talking I'm talking real dominance. I'm talking Miami Heat, LeBron James dominance. I'm talking Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James dominance. I'm talking San Antonio Spurs, Western Conference dominant. I'm talking who am I missing? I'm talking the Golden State Warriors dominance. That's dominance. Whatever whatever we got going on right now in Adam Silver's NBA is not dominance. But I do like that more people have a chance at a ring. I just the days of like we could be honest. If it wasn't for LeBron James, Paul George might have a ring. If it wasn't for LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan might have a ring. If you know what I'm saying, like there's if it wasn't for if it wasn't for if it wasn't for Stephen Curry, James Harden might have a ring. If it wasn't for Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook might have a ring. If it wasn't for Stephen Curry, Chris Paul. Oh, that was crazy. That was dirty. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was dirty. But if it wasn't for yeah, I know, like mid sentence. If it wasn't for Stephen Curry, uh Chris Paul wouldn't have a ring. I mean, Chris Paul would have a ring. Technically, Chris Paul actually made it to a finals when he was on the Suns and he still lost, so that's even more sad. But these are all real possibilities. Like those Clippers team that Chris Paul had, if Steph Curry wasn't in the way, they for sure could have made it. They for sure could have made it to a finals. But but the way the CBA is set up in today's NBA, there's just no such thing. There's just no such thing as like total takeover anymore. You're just not gonna. You can't afford these guys. You can't afford these players. This is gonna start getting. The NBA is gonna start getting kind of March Madness type of feel to it. The last the last 7 NBA champions have all been different. There are no repeaters. And every time you think somebody's gonna repeat, they end up getting hit with injuries. They end up getting hit with a lot of things. We was
All right.
we was talking about we was talking about the Knicks. How did I even get back to this? That was so crazy. All right, look. You you shout out to everybody live on X right now. Shout out to everybody live on X. Oh no, what we got here, man? Oh yeah, I got it. When you come back, when Juliana comes back, we got one more question. We got one more question for this guy We start talking that talk.
Yo, my shit geeking right now. You can see me?
I can see you.
Wait, why is it doing that though?
Remember, you don't have your
Nah, it is. Hold on. Bro, what the hell? You see, got me zoomed in like I got big ass head or something. I gotta refresh this.
Yeah. So here's my thing. When it comes, so far we covered face of the league, and we've been talking about our Knicks. Hold on. Yo, you can hear me? I need you to. I can't see you, twin. Tap in. Guest is in the green room. All right, man. Look, we got some technical difficulties from that guy. Why do I keep getting guesses in the green room? Are we not? What is this? Can you not hear me? Can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me? Okay, but I can't hear you. It says you're in the green room. Well, then, how do I pull you out of the green room?
Yeah, nigga, you had me muted, nigga.
Oh, there we go. All right,
You had me muted.
I figured it out.
All right, honestly, the echo should stop now.
Let me check to see what's going on. Huh. Damn. There's still a bit of an echo, but hey, man, it's yeah, it's okay. I think this is as good as it gets. If we're being honest, this is as good as it gets.
What's that question you had lined up?
Oh yeah, so boom. Here's my thing when it comes to the Knicks. Has this Knicks team hit their ceiling?
Yes.
And is it time to blow it up? Or is it just time to maybe go in a different coaching staff direction?
Bro, I love how you trying to tiptoe around the question because you a Knicks fan. Because you know what you wanted to say.
Nah,
Tibbs is out of there, nigga. Tibbs is out of there.
I wouldn't. Nah, man. I don't want to.
Out of there, bro. And you know it, bro. Most Knicks fans know it. Because at the end of the day, how are you expected to make a deep playoff push and win a championship with a 6-7 man rotation in today's league?
I mean, honestly, a lot of teams aren't necessarily punching out like nine man rotations. Like that's not normal. A lot of teams I'm just saying a lot of teams do condense. This shit is not normal.
No, I'm saying right now.
Right now,
the teams that were in the playoffs.
Right now, the teams.
What teams played 6 people though? I mean, 6, 7
like
players.
6,
What
7,
teams
like
did not play deep?
What teams did not play
That were in the
deep?
playoffs.
If Steph Curry was playing, they wouldn't play deep. If Steph Curry was playing, they would have never went. They wouldn't have went deep because they have Steph Curry. If the Rockets didn't play deep. The Rockets played the Rockets played like eight. Rockets played eight people. Rockets played like seven people. Jabari Smith was coming off the bench, and got one more. One more was coming off the bench. It really wasn't. They weren't really playing a deep rotation. Who else wasn't playing a deep rotation? The Bucks wasn't even playing. The Bucks wasn't playing a deep rotation. So what's deep rotation? Deep rotation is anything past 7. So 8, 9.
I think it's 8, 9.
8, 9 is a deep rotation. Okay, I'd say okay.
In my opinion.
But
and
I don't know.
The Rockets had Smith, Eason, and Adams.
Okay. All right, that's we could respect that. Look, man, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button.
Hit that fucking subscribe.
But yeah, man. Look, bro. So here's the thing. Now, I think that if we don't make it out, if we don't have some magical comeback, this 3-1, I think that
This shit is over, bro.
I think
this shit is over. This shit is over. It's over. God damn, bro.
I think that Tom Thibodeau's time in New York City is unfortunately over, and it's not. We need a little bit. We need a breath of fresh air. Maybe who's the guy? Taylor Jenkins. Maybe we get Taylor Jenkins in here. It turns out that Mike Malone is probably not a good candidate for this Knicks team. But I do like Taylor Jenkins. Give me Taylor Jenkins. I think that he can he at one point had the Memphis Grizzlies playing outstanding defense. He had the Memphis Grizzlies top 5 in defense at one point. So I don't think he lacks, defensive awareness. I think he has a solid offense, an offense in which thrived without its best player in a lot of times. So to me, he might know how to maximize the talents of an OG, of a Mikal Bridges, and of a Cat. Because if you wanted to just replace his Memphis players, like Cat is Jaren Jackson Jr. and Mikal Bridges is basically like Desmond Bane. If you wanna comp it, OG.
You know who I think?
You know what I mean? What? Who you saying?
I think the Knicks need Mike Brown.
Mike Brown.
I think,
bald Mike Brown.
Yeah, black Mike Brown.
No, absolutely not.
You're crazy. How am I crazy?
What do you think? What could you possibly think Mike Brown could offer the New York Knicks? We want to win. We don't want to go back. We don't want to go backwards. We want.
You think he's going to go backwards?
Absolutely. Mike Brown has been a coach in the NBA for years. He had his best year a couple years ago with the Kings. It doesn't matter what he did. Whatever he did in that one year, he couldn't even replicate it in his next year. That's why he was fired, because it felt like a fluke. They could barely. They got DeMar DeRozan. They got DeMar DeRozan in there. They added to it, and they still.
They should never done that though.
It doesn't matter. They added to it, and they still couldn't. Yeah. They still couldn't do anything, because at the end of the day, DeMar DeRozan is better than Harrison Barnes. So they upgraded from Harrison Barnes, and they still couldn't they still couldn't win games. Like, come on, man. I'm not even Mike Brown.
Okay, so
Nah,
yeah,
not a chance.
yeah, but we're talking about fired coaches, nigga. Jenkins was fired too. The
Right,
fuck?
but Jenkins,
It's the
yeah,
same
but
shit.
Jenkins was fired off of the strength of like, not necessarily meshing with his star player and just the way he was operating. He didn't put the ball in John Morant's hands enough, and that was becoming a overwhelming issue in that
So he's
franchise.
not gonna
So
do the same thing to Brunson?
I mean, maybe he learns his
In
lesson.
reverse,
But
though?
honestly, maybe we need the ball out of bro's hands a little bit. Maybe we need we need to rise the others up. You just need to. Like, and Brunson is so selfless. I'll be honest. If Jalen Brunson was averaging, if he dropped from his 27, 26 to 24, 23, I don't think he's going to mind if everybody else is getting buckets and scoring and doing everything that they need to do, right? If we're being honest. But look, man, enough of the Knicks, cuz this is blowing my mind. But look, man, now from the court to controversy, Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs is making headlines for maybe some of the wrong reasons. All right, Stefon Diggs is just not. He's not doing too well, man. Stefon Diggs was having a lot. Stefon Diggs was having a lot of fun recently, y'all.
Yo, you
And
have
Stefon Diggs was on a boat recently with his girlfriend, not girlfriend, who knows what she is, Cardi B, and a bunch of other pretty, beautiful women. And I will Stefon Diggs. I will show you what Stefon Diggs was.
they calling it, bro. They calling him daddy and shit.
I'll have to show the chat what Stefon Diggs was getting into recently. Oh, I thought this was the video. Oh no, don't even trip. Don't even trip. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Oh man, I need a new computer. Can't believe this. Definitely need a new computer, man. We gotta take the streams to a whole nother level, chat. But don't worry, that's in due time. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. While I struggle here for this to load. But yeah, before I even show you the video, you had now just for some background, Stefon Diggs is coming off an ACL injury. I've seen some workout videos. He looks healthy. He looks like he's coming along extremely well in his recovery process. He seems to be having a very interesting off season from fashion to his dating life. And a lot of fans have taken real. Bro, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. All right, we gotta see what's going on. Okay, I want to stop this and clarify that man asked that girl, what is my name? And you know what she said? She said, chulo, daddy. Daddy. Hold on. What do you think that was what do you think that was that he handed her? Yo, what was that he handed her? Now look, if anybody doesn't know, the NFL became lenient years ago on players smoking weed. That's not really a thing. Now, did the NBA ever get lenient on other substances? Absolutely not. And we don't know what that bag that Stefon Diggs handed that young woman. But what we can speculate, allegedly, Stefon Diggs was playing with that booger sugar, that powder. They calling it the streets calling it Tussie. You ever had Tussie before? Tussie. You never had Tussie? Come on, son. I thought you was lit. Wait, I think you muted, bro. Oh shit. Yeah, you muted yourself. Oh, there we go.
You just muted me. You muted me, nigga.
Bro, I don't know. It's a lot of controls.
You muted me, nigga.
It's a lot of controls. But yeah, man, you ever had Tussie?
Nah, I was saying, not what's in that bag.
That pink,
not what's in that bag.
That pink powder. That's what the streets calling it. Tussie.
Whatever's in that bag is not for niggas to consume right now.
That's a fact.
Not what's in that bag.
That's a fact. They call, bro.
Yo, bro, they call him daddy and shit. That shit crazy, bro.
I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know Stefon Diggs is probably in he's in like another realm, if we're being honest. Like, I didn't know that you can actually have your girlfriend on the same boat while also having other women call you daddy. I don't know what that is. That is another level. That's just another level of
You know what I think it is, though?
I don't know. That's another level of aura. Right?
It definitely is, and Cardi B definitely knows about it and shit. And I feel like they probably invited those girls there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way you're telling me you're
no doubt.
On a boat, and there's a camera in your face. You look at the camera and you proceeded to continue.
Oh, no doubt. They definitely invited them together. That's why I say I didn't know that vibes. I didn't know vibes like that existed. I didn't know you can actually do all the things you want to do in one sitting like that. That was extremely impressive by Stefon Diggs. But look, man, Mike Vrabel came out and he basically no, he did not like the ninja shit. But what he basically downplayed it, right? He basically came out and was just like, look, man, we had a conversation between me, Stefon, and the organization, and he's committed, and like he basically downplayed everything, and he's gonna Stefon's gonna be back. While if I will note that during all this controversy, Stefon Diggs was not present at Patriots OTAs today. So, you know what I'm saying? It kind of
but it wasn't mandatory though.
for a guy, I will say for a veteran guy that is coming off an ACL tear, I think it's very important. It would be very important for a guy like that to be at OTAs, trying to get acclimated with the young guys, trying to get acclimated with his new quarterback. Apologies. I have a dog, and he's having a hard time right now. He's having a hard time. Give me 1 second.
Yo, nigga said the dog is having a hard time right now. That's not, everybody. That's not what he wanted to say on the camera, right? That's not what he wanted to say. He wanted to say some other things, but he kept it very PG for the stream. Yo, this nigga dumb, bro.
Sorry, man. He doesn't do well with the neighborhood noises. He doesn't do well with the neighborhood noises, man. But no, I would just assume that a guy that needs, a guy that's looking to fit in and try to still maintain his wide receiver one status in the NFL. You would think he would be all in, but nah, my man was on the boat sniffing that booger sugar with Cardi. I don't know.
Bro, he's committed, bro. Like, I'm not, bro. And there's a lot of fucking OTAs and shit, like workouts left, bro. Like, this shit is, bro. It's not mandatory. I feel like if it was mandatory, he would have been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he's enjoying himself. He's rehabbing. He's still practicing, obviously. And I think like you can't make a big deal about this shit, like, because at the end of the day, like, he knows what he brings to the table in terms of skill and shit. So. He's straight, man. He got to continue just enjoying himself, but just be ready when it's time to be ready.
All right. Look, now, do you think that the NFL should investigate what's going on, or is it a non-matter?
It's a non-matter, nigga. It's something that nigga. If he was never dating Cardi B and she was never on that boat, it would never went viral like shit did. You know what I'm saying? So like, and you can't
I don't
sit
know.
here and say, yeah, but you can't assume it was in the bag because you can say it's anything.
You're right.
You can literally say it's anything.
But should he be surprised? Should Stefon Diggs be surprised when he walks into the facility and then he gets hit with a random drug test?
He shouldn't be surprised, and I think he's smarter than that. I think he's way smarter than that. Knowing that this is going on, nigga, that system better be clean, nigga.
Is booger sugar in your system? Like, does that stay there?
I think they don't stay in there. I think it probably stays in there for like a few days. Let me see.
I'm wondering, like, what are the effects of cocaine? I read one tweet that was saying like, I don't know why this is hard for y'all to believe, but a lot of women do cocaine. I was not one of the people to believe that many women do cocaine. I wasn't familiar with that game. I was not.
Okay, so cocaine can be typically detected in the blood within 1 or 2 hours of use and remain detectable for up to 1 to 2 days. So,
that ain't nothing. Of course. So of course he gonna miss.
96 hours.
Of course he gonna miss OTAs, man. He's just still trying to clean up.
Hair follicles 90 days.
Oh, that's.
But I don't think they're gonna be hair follicles, bro. Like, come on, let's be for real. Like, they know. Just make sure your piss clean, nigga.
That's respect. Respect. All right, man.
Like, bro, he's not a rookie. Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, you're right.
Man, that man knows what he's doing.
You're right. Because at the end of the day, I like that Vrabel downplayed it. He's probably gonna have a conversation with his guy. He's not interested in drama. He's not interested in a lot of the outside noise. So I don't think that this is too much drama, and I still believe that the Patriots they're still on their way to building a winning culture over there, right? Ho, my brother in Christ, look, we got to shift to a better promising story. A young quarterback already turning heads at Browns camp. Enter Shedeur Sanders. Listen, man, Shedeur Sanders, he's been shining at Cleveland Browns OTAs, and a lot of people have been tracking the progress of Shedeur Sanders, tracking the progress of Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback picked before him, tracking that entire quarterback room in Cleveland, because everybody's interested to see what the depth chart is going to look like at the beginning of the season. I think that's a lot of people's like what is going to happen. A lot of people are concerned about that. And now turns out that Shedeur Sanders, the player that everybody's been hating on, Shedeur Sanders has been actually playing and looking phenomenal in his limited amount of snaps. He was the 5th-round pick, so he's not gonna come into camp receiving the the better share of the snaps. He's only gonna get scraps basically. And what a lot of people have reported is that Shedeur Sanders has been using those snaps wisely, taking those snaps wisely, and doing good things with those chances at practice. Yeah, bro. Like, what are you hearing about Shedeur? Do you think Shedeur is gonna eventually be the starter in Cleveland?
Um, I think so, but I think also the Browns organization knows that if they start Shedeur or any rookie quarterback, them niggas will lose their jobs immediately, like so fast. So I think somewhere in the season we should see either him, I hope it's him, or Dylan Gabriel, or even fucking Kenny Pickett, honestly. But we should see one of those guys. And I think Shedeur is better than Dylan. And I think they truly didn't want to pick up Dylan. They could have picked up anybody else, but they just want to prove a point. And I just think he's just a better quarterback because there's no way they could have. You feel me? They could have picked him that high in the draft. He comes in thinking he's hot shit. This and this. So I think it was a humbling move, and ultimately, nigga, talent and skill is gonna speak for itself. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
That's a fact, bro. Look, man, today Joe Flacco went 9-14, 1 touchdown. Kenny Pickett went 9-16, no touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel went 11-16, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Shedeur Sanders went 7 for 9, 3 touchdowns, no interception. Listen, bro, if there's a will, there's a way, right? And what I like is the idea of, I like the fact that Shedeur Sanders, he's just keeping his head down, man. He's remaining humble. I think a lot of people, the problem a lot of people had with Shedeur Sanders, they felt like he wasn't humble. They felt like he wasn't trying. And I think that he is growing up before our eyes. Well, not really, because it's OTA, so he's not necessarily on TV. But once he got drafted, they killed all that Dion noise. They killed a lot of the bad negative press. Once he finally got in the building, it just started to go away. This week they tried to lie on his name that he got a brand new he got a brand new Rolls Royce camo forest green, and he said this is lies. I'm focused on playing ball. But you're right. Who does care?
bro?
But
That's what I'm saying, bro.
they want to create narratives. They want to create stories for the kid. They want him to appear a certain way, and they're actually getting frustrated that he's not appearing a certain way. He's appearing like a mother that wanna go after it,
Exactly.
that want to go and get it, that want to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And I just think the cream is gonna rise to the top, and he's gonna figure it out, and it's gonna actually, and I actually think it's gonna be sooner than later. I anticipate the Cleveland Browns not doing well, and while they're not doing well, while Myles Garrett has like 7 sacks through 4 weeks, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it all the way to November, and then around maybe before Thanksgiving, Shedeur Sanders is gonna be a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's my prediction. It's my prediction.
Yeah.
But look,
I like that.
what do you think his realistic ceiling is in the NFL?
Definitely a starter, 100%. And I think he's gonna have a great career when it's all said and done.
What does greatness look like though? Like, does I think greatness? I think greatness can be looked at in so. I think greatness can be looked at in so many different ways. Like, are we talking all pros? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are we talking MVPs? Or are we talking like, you know what I'm saying? Are we talking like?
I think right now, in terms of the league where it's at, it's gonna be like it's gonna be hard to talk about MVP, especially right now with the NFL. But I think for him in his early on, when he does get a chance to play, it has to be about individual stats and how he looks like from that standpoint. I think the more he matures into his role, that's when you can be like, all right, what is he doing as a quarterback leading a team to wins?
Yeah.
You feel me? Because right now we can't base that because we don't even know if he's gonna fucking play. You feel me? So I think when he does get a chance to hop on that field, he gotta make like that nigga better play like it's his last fucking pass, nigga, or last football play ever, last snap, last everything. So
That's a fact.
But I mean, he's gonna be ready, bro. Like we only feel like this because he was drafted so low. Because when we look at somebody like fucking Cam Ward, he's definitely gonna win that. Actually, I mean, he's definitely gonna win that starting job over fucking Will. I hope so.
Of course.
But like, he's a fucking starter. Yeah, like he's a starter, no brainer. You feel me? They just couldn't let Shedeur be that high because he would have came in like I'm a starter. You feel me?
Right.
The Browns doing what the fuck doing, bro.
Absolutely, man. I just think right now, Shedeur just has to put his head down and he's gonna focus up and he's gonna all the good things are gonna come to Shedeur Sanders. Once he just needed to get in the NFL. There was way too much shenanigans around his name and too much dirt being thrown on his name. And I think the more and more time he spends in Cleveland, the more and more everybody around him is just gonna realize that like all the shit that they heard about him is literally just cap. Literally just cap, right? But yeah, man, it is what it is, brother. It is what it is.
Yo, and real quick too, like, bro, when you look at, like, even look at Shiloh, like that video he posted, I think it was today or yesterday. Bro, my son is out there working on his footwork, but what people don't understand is, like, do people know who the fuck their father is, bro? Like, they eat, sleep, shit football. So, of course, they're gonna have the best fucking coaching, but off the team shit, like their own fucking training and shit. Like, bro, he was out there working on footwork. Who's doing that right now? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they have something that other people don't have, and I think they understand that they got to take full advantage of this shit because they don't want to say that last name. They dead ass don't, and I truly believe that they understand that, and they gonna go hard.
That's a fact, bro. Oh man, unfortunately that is enough for the NFL. But like, look, right before we close out, it's official. It is absolutely official. The OKC, the Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 124-94, have defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games. A nice little gentleman's sweep. Got him out of there, packed him up, and the shit is getting spooky, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has won MVP and he's heading to a finals. I think he easily probably has cemented himself top 5. He gotta have cemented himself top 5. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to say this. But outside of the Knicks coming back from 3-1, if the Pacers do make it to the finals, it would be very interesting to see how they handle the pace, how OKC handles the pace of the Pacers. It would be interesting to see. But they play the same way, though. No, nobody really play the way the Pacers run. I'm talking, you're on offense, you score a layup, there's a man past half court outrunning you, putting his head down to nobody plays like that right now. Out of the last 4 teams in the Final Four, nobody plays as fast as the Pacers. And the talent of Tyrese Halliburton allows them to play like that. Because then when you see, I know you notice a lot of those Tyrese list minutes, the Brunson list minutes. When Tyrese is on the bench, you kind of see the Knicks kind of grab control of the game, right? Because shit's starting to slow down because Tyrese's not the one pushing the pace no more. He's not up in the tempo. So it'd be interesting to see how Indiana Pacers, Oklahoma City matchup. I'd actually really, really, really like to see how they defend this because I do think they have the personnel to match up. And it really shouldn't be. And if that is the matchup, I honestly would take OKC in 6.
Yeah. I definitely do agree with you, and I think for it to be a somewhat competitive series, all the players on the the Pacers have to show up. Like Miles Turner, that big ass nigga is gonna have to get his ass in the fucking paint and rebound. Like for real. Like they're him, Siakam, bro. They're going to have to get the boards, and I think the X factor for us. Well, I think there's 2 X factors. No, there's 3 X factors. No, there's 2. I think it's gonna be Mathurin, and it's gonna be fucking Top. I think that they gotta have a great series in order for the Pacers to keep this shit somewhat
like quality. They gotta always have quality minutes in the series.
Facts, like
all right, respect.
Facts, because the Thunder's gonna have quality every time.
That's a fact.
Because they got a bench. You know what I'm saying? So it should be a really competitive series, but I think the first 2 games are gonna set the tone. And I think both home crowds are insane. So it's gonna kind of dope seeing each team play away.
Hell yeah!
That's what's really gonna get the feel of who's the real team and how the series is gonna swing.
Hell yeah! Give me OKC in 6. I'll put some money on that. I should have bet this. I should have bet this game. I should have took everybody over. Everybody hit that shit. But yeah, you got what you got? What are you calling the series? I got OKC in 6. What you got?
Man. I don't want to say OKC in 6 because me and Johnny made a fucking bet. I'll say the Pacers in 7.
Pacers in 7. That's disgusting. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if Indiana Pacers got a ring before the New York Knicks.
Siakam 2 rings, nigga.
And Siakam 2 rings would just Siakam 2 rings would just be crazy. Siakam with 2 rings would just be crazy to me. That's
bro.
Something something like that, I think the world might stop spinning. If Pascal Siakam gets another ring, the world is gonna stop spinning.
Nigga's a pirate, man.
That shit sound nasty. Pascal Siakam, 2-time WNBA champ. No way.
Listen, bro. He got more fucking jewelry than your favorite player, nigga. Or your used to be favorite player, nigga.
That's true. Everybody, a lot of people got more jewelry than my band, man. Hey, man, look. Drew, it was real. We was chopping it up. We did our Thug Thizzle today, brother. Hey, man, that's going to do it for another episode of Break the Huddle.
Make sure y'all like, subscribing, because if you're not doing that, just know, I know you don't wash your ass before you go to sleep. All right?
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Come on,
Yes,
man.
sir. Look, man, we covered a lot from Ant versus Shai, who's the face of the league. We covered the Knicks fighting for the playoff live. Shedeur Sanders, Stefon Diggs and his booger sugar. Man, whether you're riding with Ant or SGA, man, it is what it is, brothers. It is what it is, sisters. But listen, man, drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss the next huddle. You ain't never going to miss the next huddle with the gang. Follow Break the Huddle on all socials for updates, clips, and live notifications. Until next time, stay locked in, stay real, and as always, break the huddle.
Who got my back? Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got that swerve? I got that swerve.